طيب بسم الله والحمد لله وعلى آله وأصحابه يوم الدين. After praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending the salutations upon the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam, and upon his family, his companions, and upon all follow, upon his guidance, and to the establishment of the last day, to proceed, ya ikhwan. فاللهم إنا نعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع ومن قلب لا يخشع ومن نفس لا تشبع ومن دعاء لا يسمع. Verily, Ya Allah, we seek refuge with you from knowledge that has no benefit, and from a heart that has no fear, and from a soul that has no satisfaction nor contentment, and from a dua that goes unanswered, and from a dua that goes unanswered. To proceed, ikhwan, فنواصل معكم في هذه الليلة المباركة الكريمة عونا من الرحمن الرحيم. So we continue, ya ikhwan, in this blessed and noble night of ours, seeking the aid and the assistance of our Lord, the most merciful and the most compassionate. مستفيدين ومتعلمين من كتاب الإمام العلامة الشيخ Abi Bakr Al-Jazaairee rahimahullah ta'ala. So we continue, ya ikhwan, in this blessed and noble night of ours, coming from one of the books of our Imam, our Shaykh, the Allama, who's known to us as a Shaykh Abu Bakr Al-Jazaairee. May Allah have mercy upon him. وعنوان هذا الكتاب منهج المسلم. منهج المسلم. And the title of this book is the methodology of the Muslim. Minhaj al-Muslim. فهو كتاب عظيم. So it's a tremendous book, يا إخوان. والحمد لله رب العالمين. والحمد لله رب العالمين. طيب فوصلنا إلى الفصل الثاني. So we have arrived at chapter number 2. Chapter number 2.
I'm trying to get the book on my phone. I just had it.
No. قال الإيمان بربوبية الله تعالى لكل شيء. So it says, chapter, the belief in the lordship of Allah لكل شيء, in all things. Having belief in the rububiyyah, the lordship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanahu wa ta'ala.
What number is it? 3?
Chapter number 2.
Chapter number 2.
No.
Man. Okay, now when you say 2, does 2? It's the same 2 that we was on last week. Okay, but I don't. How do you go about? You told me these little numbers on the side.
Just follow along. Just follow as we read it. That's
is
fine.
the information
it may be
from 124?
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I got you when you said 2.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right.
No.
Is that still creed or that's something else?
Same.
Yeah,
chapter.
but it's just same subject, but it's a different chapter. Okay.
But just it may be difficult on you to read and take notes at the same time. Maybe just follow as we mentioned, and then you can focus on taking the notes.
Okay, I'm trying to get the chapter.
No. فقال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So the author, he mentions يؤمن المسلم بربوبية الله تعالى لكل شيء. So he says, first point, the Muslim, he believes in Allah's lordship. He believes in Allah's lordship. لكل شيء. And this is in all things. This is in all things, all aspects, all affairs. يجب على المسلم أن يؤمن بربوبية الله تعالى. It's obligatory upon the believer, upon the Muslim, to believe in Allah's Lordship.
Right.
So it's obligatory for the Muslim to believe in Allah's Lordship. وأنه لا شريك له في ربوبيته لجميع العالمين. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. And Allah Ta'ala has no partners. No one shares in Allah's rububiyyah. No one shares in Allah's rububiyyah. لجميع العالمين, from all of the creation. لا يشارك مع الله سبحانه وتعالى أحد من المخلوقات. No one shares in the lordship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. هو الوحيد في الربوبية. Allah Ta'ala is alone. He's singled out in his rububiyyah. In his rububiyyah. قال لهداية الله تعالى له أولا. Firstly, why is this? He says, rahimahullah, because the guidance is with Allah. The guidance in his rububiyyah, in his lordship. والعقلية, and the intellectual proofs. كذلك تدل على أن الله تعالى منفرد في ربوبية. Likewise, your mind, your intellect, your rationale shows that Allah Ta'ala is alone, that no one shares with Allah Ta'ala at all when it comes to Allah's lordship. When it comes to Allah's lordship. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. طيب. So, فذكر ثلاث the books, the text, in text. طيب. المراد هنا النقل النص من الكتاب والسنة. We say نقلية here, we're talking about the text, the evidence, the source,
right,
the actual words, the text from the Quran and from the Sunnah.
Right.
طيب والأدلة النقلية أدلة, what does it mean? The rational intellectual proofs.
It means from your mind.
Hey, from your mind.
And you can look. And you can see the stars, the moon.
I thought it. So the proofs that are not from the text. The proofs that are from your mind.
Right.
السماء فوقنا. The heavens are above. فلا نحتاج إلى دليل نقلي ليبين لنا ذلك. So the heavens are above. You don't need no proof to show that the heavens are above.
Right.
فالعقل يبين لك ذلك. Your mind, your rationale, your intelligence can point to this. الماء عكس جاف. Water is the opposite of being dry.
Right.
Water is not dry. The opposite of being dry. طيب. قال الإمام أبو بكر الجزائري رحمه الله. So the Imam Abu Bakr Al-Jazaairee rahimahullah, he continues. قال وقال في بيان ربوبيته وألوهيته. Allah Ta'ala, he mentions in the clarification of his lordship and his worship. ما معنى الربوبية? What does it mean lordship? What does it mean ربوبية? من يذكر? Who can mention يا إخوان?
We worship Allah without any partners.
But what does it mean his lordship?
Lordship?
He doesn't share anything. He has control over everything.
He has control over everything. طيب أعطيكم شيئا أسهل من هذا. I'm going to give you an easier way than what our beloved brother Abdul Karim mentioned. That's correct. We're going to نسهله لنا إن شاء الله. We're going to make it easier. الربوبية التركيز على أفعال الله. When you hear the word الربوبية, lordship, the central focus is on Allah's actions. When you hear lordship, write this down, ikhwan.
Okay.
The focus is on Allah's actions.
You say on Allah's
actions.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
فنفرض الله سبحانه وتعالى في أفعال الله. هذا يشمل الربوبية. So when you say lordship, you're singling Allah Ta'ala out in Allah's actions. ليس في أعمال العباد, not in the actions of the servant. No. ربوبية, nothing to do with the actions of the servant.
Right.
في أفعال الله. You're talking about the actions of Allah. You're talking about the actions of Allah.
So I will put down singling out
Allah in Allah's actions.
Action.
هذا مفهوم عندكم يا إخوان على Clubhouse? You guys understand this point? The people who are on the Clubhouse with us?
The Clubhouse?
No.
Oh. Oh.
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh.
No.
I got the book in my phone. Yeah.
But they can't respond because they're down in the audience. So if anybody would like to come up so that they can respond for the questions, please raise your hand and we'll bring you up on the stage.
Anyone doesn't understand?
No. No.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال الله تعالى, as Allah Ta'ala he says, رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما إن كنتم موقنين لا إله إلا هو يحيي ويميت وربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين. Surah Al-Dukhan. Allah Ta'ala says in this verse, ya ikhwan, he says, the Lord of the heavens and the Lord of the earth, وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا, and the Lord of everything that is between them, between the heavens and the earth.
That's Surah 25.
Surah Dukhan. Dukhan
is Dukhan. If I got to stop into my car with me.
There's a Quran on the bookshelf there, you can grab.
Is that Surah 25?
Not 25.
Oh.
What's after Nur Ikhwan? Surah 25 is Surah Furqan.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
In
okay.
kuntum muqinin, if you believe in certainty, la ilaha illahu, there's none that deserves or has the right to be worshipped except him. Yuhyi wa yumit. He gives life, wa yumit, and he takes life, meaning Allah. Rabbukum, your Lord, wa rabbu abaikum al-awwalin, and he's the Lord of your forefathers. He's the Lord of your forefathers. قال وقال في إقامة الحجة على المشركين وإلزامهم بها. He says, and Allah also says, establishing the proofs. Allahu Akbar. Even Allah establishing proofs here. Establishing the proof upon the polytheists. طيب سؤال الثاني, question number 2. ما معنى المشرك? What's the definition of a mushrik? What's the definition of a mushrik? A polytheist.
Those who worship multiple others than Allah, or maybe multiple gods?
Those who worship other than Allah, along with Allah, or you can say those who worship other than Allah.
Okay.
يشمل أمرين. It encompasses two things.
Okay. Those.
الذين يعبدون مع الله غير الله. Those who worship other than Allah, along with Allah. That's the first part. The polytheist, the mushrik, is those who worship other than Allah, along with Allah. Along with Allah. أو من يعبد غير الله. Or you can also say those who worship other than Allah. Ulama al-Islam, the scholars of Islam, they mention both. Those that worship other than Allah with Allah, or those who worship other than Allah.
Can you give an example of those who will worship other than Allah and the Lord at the same time? What type of people will fall in that category?
طيب بعد our brothers asking يا إخوان أن نمثل لنا إن شاء الله تعالى من يعبد مع الله تعالى غير الله. Give an example of those who worship other than Allah along with Allah. مثلا بعض النصارى واليهود, some Christians and Jews, أحيانا يقولون أن الإله الآباء أو الأب, والمقصود بالآب عندهم الخالق وهو الله. So they say, some of the Christians and Jews, they say that they worship the Father. They use the word Father, not the Muslims. The Christians and Jews, they use the word Father. So when they say Father, they're talking about the Creator, meaning Allah. When the Christian says Father, they're talking about the Creator, meaning Allah. Al-Ilahu al-Haq, the true deity. وَبَعْضُهُمْ أَحْيَانًا يَعْبُدُونَ الْأَبْ وَيَعْبُدُونَ عِنْدَ الْإِبْنِ عِنْدَهُمْ هذا عيسى. Sometimes they also, depending on the circumstance, they may praise, or not praise, but they may worship. To them, they call it the Son. The intent of the Son, according to them, is Isa, Jesus, Isa ibn Maryam, Isa, the son of Maryam. فأحيانا يقولون نعبد الابن وأحيانا يقولون نعبد الأب. Sometimes some of the Christians, they say, we worship Jesus. Jesus is God. They say that. And then sometimes they say, we worship the Father. So based upon the condition, the circumstance, يعبدون الأب وعلى حال يعبدون الابن. So sometimes they may worship the Father, sometimes they may worship the Son.
Right.
So that's an example of when someone can worship Allah. When they say Father, they're talking about the Creator, Allah.
Right.
And then they also worship Jesus or Isa ibn Maryam. يقولون أحيانا باسم عيسى نعبد. Sometimes they say at the end of their prayer, in the name of Jesus we pray.
Right.
That's shirk.
That's true.
فالمسلم يقول من المخلوقات. No one shares with Allah. No one shares with Allah with regards to worship.
Right.
So Allah Ta'ala mentions establishing the proof upon who? The polytheists. What does it mean establishing the proof upon the polytheists? What does this mean? What is Allah proving them wrong in?
Their belief.
In what?
In His Lordship.
In His Lordship, that they do not what?
That they shouldn't worship other than Him.
They don't single Allah out and their uluhiyya. So Allah's establishing the hujjah, the proof. He's showing them where they're wrong.
You talking polytheists.
The polytheists.
The polytheists are the people that worship more than one God.
No.
Okay. And Allah is showing them proof
that they're wrong. They're
just for some type of belief that why they would have to pay.
And they prostrate and bow and worship the Lord.
Yeah, I mean that's all I'm. I don't want to misquote.
Inshallah. قال الله تعالى, Allah Ta'ala, He says, قل من رب السماوات السبع ورب العرش العظيم سيقولون الله سيقولون لله قل أفلا تتقون. Allah Ta'ala, He says, establishing the proof against the polytheists. Allah Ta'ala says, say to them, O Muhammad, say to them, the disbelievers, the non-Muslims, say to them, O Muhammad, Man Rabbu Samawati Sab'i, who is the Lord of the seven heavens? Wa Rabbul Arsh Al-Azim, and who is the Lord of the mighty great Arsh, the throne? سَيَقُولُونَ لِلَّهِ, they are going to say from themselves, this belongs to Allah. The Lord of this is Allah. قُلْ أَفَلَا تَتَّقُونَ, then say to them, O Muhammad, as they reply to you, say to them, then are you not going to have fear of Allah? So Allah is establishing the proof. They know within themselves لَا يَعْبُدُ غَيْرَ اللَّهِ, that no one besides Allah has the right to be worshipped. If you ask any non-Muslim, Man Rabbu Samawati, you ask them, who is the Lord of the heavens and the earth? إِذَا يَبَقَى عَلَى الْفِطْرَةِ السَّلِيمَةِ, if he remains upon his natural disposition, his natural origin, no one alters him. No one comes and says, God is 5, God is 3, the Creator is 7. No. If he remains upon his natural disposition, then this person is going to say, Al-Khaliq. He's going to say, depending on his language, the Creator. إِذَا يَعْلَمُ الْعَرَبِيَّةَ سَيَقُولُونَ اللَّهُ or سَيَقُولُ اللَّهُ. If he knows the Arabic language, he's going to say Allah.
Right.
أو Al-Khaliq, or he's going to say the Creator. Al-Muhim, the point, هم يقرون إلى هذا في ضمن أنفسهم. The point is that they attest to this within themselves. This is the point. Allah is establishing the proof upon them. قال الإمام أبو بكر الجزائري. So the Imam, he says, إخبار أنبياء والمرسلين بربوبيته تعالى. He says, next point, number 2. What's another proof that Allah Ta'ala is alone in His Lordship? He says, because the prophets and messengers, they have informed the people regarding the Lordship of Allah. So firstly, what? Allah said it Himself. Second point, Al-Anbiya wal-Mursalun, the prophets and messengers, يُخْبِرُونَ بِرُبُوبِيَّةِ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى. The messengers themselves, they have taught mankind, taught their people, their followers, that Allah is alone in His Lordship. وَشَهَادَتِهِمْ عَلَيْهَا وَإِقْرَارِهِمْ بِهَا. And they attest to this. They bore witness to this. And they attest to this. فَآدَمُ قَالَ فِي دُعَائِهِ. For example, Adam, he said in his supplication, as it comes in Surah Al-A'raf, verse number 23, verse number 27, verse number 7. Adam says, رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَتَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. هذا من دعاء Adam. This is what Adam said. Adam said, O my Lord, ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا, verily we have oppressed our own selves. هذا قول Adam. This is what Adam is saying, attesting to what? Allah's Lordship. Adam says, رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا, O my Lord, or our Lord, rather, we have oppressed ourselves. وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا, and if you, O Allah, you do not forgive us, and you do not bestow your mercy upon us, لَتَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ, verily we are going to be from those who are lost. فَبَيَّنَ آدَمُ هُنَا عليه السلام أَنَّ الْهِدَايَةَ min Allah. So in this dua, Adam is establishing to us, he's illustrating to us that the guidance is from Allah. Yes, Allah Ta'ala, he's asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and yahdiyahu, that he's begging Allah, supplicating to Allah for him to guide him, for Allah Ta'ala to guide him. So this in Surah Al-A'raf, verse 23. Dua Adam, the supplication of Adam.
What surah was that?
Surah number 7, verse 23. هل عندكم شيء لأصحاب Clubhouse? Anyone has anything to mention on the Clubhouse?
Oh.
Not so far. Nobody has raised their hand.
Alhamdulillah. هذا خير. That's good. May Allah bless you all. May Allah bless you all. فهذا دعاء من? This supplication was from what prophet? عبد الكريم. من آدم عليه السلام. ونوح عليه السلام قال في شكواه إليه تعالى. Next prophet, Nuh عليه السلام. When he complained to Allah. When Nuh complained to Allah, this in Surah to Nuh, verse 21. Surah to Nuh, verse 21. He says, رَبِّ إِنَّهُمْ عَصَوْنِي وَاتَّبَعُوا مَنْ لَمْ يَزِدْهُ مَالُهُ وَوَلَدُهُ إِلَّا خَسَارًا. Nuh, he said to Allah, "Oh my Lord," Nuh, he said, "Oh my Lord, verily they have disobeyed me. I'm commanding them. عصوني, they disobeyed me. وَاتَّبَعُوا مَنْ لَمْ يَزِدْهُ مَالُهُ وَوَلَدُهُ إِلَّا خَسَارًا." And they follow those who their wealth and their children do not increase them in anything except destruction, except loss. فبين نوح عليه الصلاة والسلام أن الله تعالى منفرد بالربوبية. So once again, Nuh, like Adam, clarifying that Allah Ta'ala angled out in his lordship. Oh Rabbi, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. وقال أيضا, and he also said, meaning Nuh, he also said, Rabbi inna qawmi kadhabun. He said, oh my Lord, verily my people, they have belied me. They have turned away. They deem me as one who is lying to them. فَافْتَحْ بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَهُمْ وَنَجِّنِي وَمَنْ مَعِي مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Surah Shu'ara. Then he continues, oh my Lord, open up between me and between them an opening. Make me successful. وَنَجِّنِي, and save me and rescue me. وَمَنْ مَعِي, and those who are with me, meaning those who believe in you, those who follow me, مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, from the believers. فهذا نوح عليه الصلاة والسلام يقر بربوبية الله تعالى. Once again, all of these examples are the same or similar. Nuh establishing Allah's lordship. So what's the first point? That Allah is singled out in his rububiyyah. Who informed us of this? Point number 1.
Adam.
Our sister says Adam.
Adam.
MashaAllah. The prophets and messengers.
Okay.
Right? Second point. Who informed us of Allah's lordship also? Before the prophets. Who's paying attention? Allah. Sense. So now we have two references. The point, ya ikhwan, the Shaykh is establishing that Allah is singled out in his lordship. What's Allah's lordship? What does it mean when you hear the word rububiyyah? Lordship? What does that mean?
Focusing on Allah and his actions only.
Yeah,
focusing on Allah's action. That's it.
Right.
Not the actions of the servant.
Right, the action
of Allah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Meaning no one can do what Allah can do the way Allah can do it.
Right.
ربما العبد يقوم ويقول أنا قتلت شخص قتلا. Perhaps a person says, okay, Allah Ta'ala can take life? Yes. And then he stands up and kills someone. He says, I also killed someone. So I'm like Allah. You say no. No one can share with Allah in the action that Allah does the way that Allah does it. You guys with me?
Right.
So when it comes to Allah's actions, Allah is munfarid. Allah is singled out in his actions.
Shit, real quick, I think I missed it when you first mentioned that Allah tells us about His Lordship Himself. What ayah? What sort of ayah?
That was in Surah 2. The first surah was in Surah 2 Dukhan.
Was that 25? 13?
Dukhan. No, Furqan is 25.
Furqan is 25.
Dukhan, I can't recall Dukhan. Someone check this, Ikhwan. The number of Dukhan.
What is it? What, you know exactly what was said?
نعم. He says رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما إن كنتم موقنين. The Lord of the heavens and the Lord of the earth and the Lord of what is between them both.
13, 16. Is that?
No. You should have Dukhan. The one before Araf.
Oh, that would be the one before our would be chapter 6.
No, the reference between Araf, not before Araf, not the surah. Araf is number 7.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
So the first point is Allah Himself.
Dukhan, that's 44.
44.
Okay.
Allah Ta'ala Himself.
Chapter 44.
No.
13.
Allah Ta'ala Himself
Chapter 13.
establishes rububiyyah. So the first point is what? Allah teaches us that He's alone in His rububiyyah. That we have to believe in Allah's rububiyyah. This whole point, we're still talking about belief in what? Allah's lordship. In lordship.
44:7.
Second point was that prophets and messengers have taught us that we have to believe in Allah's lordship, that Allah is singled out in His lordship. And our sister says, Adam, he mentions Nuh, and all of the prophets and messengers. وقال Ibrahim alayhi salam, and Ibrahim also said. So we have Adam, Nuh, Ibrahim. في دعائه لمكة حول الله الشريف. When he made a dua in Mecca, the noble sacred place of Allah. وَلِنَفْسِهِ وَذُرِّيَّتِهِ. When he called upon Allah, making dua for himself and for his family and his children, his progeny. This comes in Surah Ibrahim, verse 35. Surah Ibrahim. There's a chapter in the Quran, the chapter of Ibrahim.
Verse 35.
Verse 35.
14:35.
14:35. قال الله تعالى. Allah Ta'ala says, chapter 14, verse 35.
Oh, chapter 14.
Ibrahim says, رب جعل هذا البلد آمنا وجبني وبني أن نعبد الأصنام. Ibrahim says, Oh my Lord, it's Ibrahim, oh my Lord, make this place, meaning the Kaaba, make this place aminan, a place that the people believe in. Wajubni, and keep me, waniya, and my children, and na'bud al-asnam, away from worshiping false idols. Away from worshiping false idols. فبين إبراهيم كذلك كما بين آدم كما بين نوح أن الهداية من الله. So Ibrahim here, just like Adam earlier, just like Nuh after Adam, is clarifying that the guidance is from Allah. العبد لا يهدي نفسه أبدا الهداية من الله. Write this benefit down, ya ikhwan. The servant does not guide himself. Memorize that, ya ikhwan. The individual, the man, the woman, the brother, the sister, the jinn does not guide themselves. No, Allah Ta'ala guides. Sometimes the brother says, I was giving him da'wah, I called him to Islam 5 years, 10 years. Al-Hidayah to mean Allah. Guidance is from Allah. Maybe Allah Ta'ala did not decree for this person to accept his guidance yet. It's not from you. وَكَذَلِكَ أَحْيَانًا نَغْضَبُ يَدْعُ النَّاسَ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَلَا يَقْبِلُهُ. And sometimes we get offended when you call the non-Muslim to Islam and they do not accept it. You shouldn't get offended, ya akhi. Al-Hidayah min Allah. Guidance is from Allah. Alayka al-bayan. The only thing that's upon you, upon me, upon the Muslims is to clarify. You clarify all of the misconceptions. You clarify all of the deviations. You defend Islam. The scholar, the student of the Muslim, has an obligation living in the West to clarify all the movies that depict Islam in a way. To clarify all the talk shows, all the radio shows, all the magazines, all the newspapers, all the commercials that lie upon Islam. The Muslim can't sit there silently. No. يدافع عن الإسلام. يقوم ويدافع عن النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام. No. He gets up. He defends Allah from the deviated statement. He gets up, defends Islam from the deviated positions and corruptions and the lies. He defends the Messenger عليه الصلاة والسلام. The Muslim has an obligation. How can we on our bonds? How can we sit back? Where are our schools? Where are our centers? Where are our books? Where are our audios? Where are our tapes? We should get on every platform, every radio show, every corner, calling the people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, calling the people to the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, calling the people to the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. هذا من المسؤولية للمسلم. This is from the responsibilities of a Muslim, ya ikhwan. Sometimes we watch shows and they lie upon Allah, and we don't get angry, we don't get offended, we don't write nothing. Oh, if you can, you're an influential person, you have some status, you can be the one to send a letter, a telegram, a post, a Twitter, whatever it is, ya ikhwan, to defend al-Islam, to defend al-Islam. وقال يوسف عليه السلام, and the Prophet of Allah Yusuf, he used to say, بِثَنَائِهِ عَلَى اللَّهِ وَدُعَائِهِ إِيَّاهُ, as he praised Allah and he made dua to Allah. What did you say? قال رب قد أتيتني من الملك وعلمتني من تأويل الأحاديث فاطر السماوات والأرض أنت ولي في الدنيا وفي الآخرة توفني مسلما وألحقني بالصالحين. Surah Yusuf. Look at this tremendous supplication. Our Prophet Yusuf, he used to say, Oh my Lord, once again, the Lordship of Allah. Oh my Lord, قد آتيتني, verily you have given me, من الملك, from dominion, وعلمتني من تأويل الحديث, and you, O Allah, you have taught me the interpretation, the meaning, the explanation of the dreams. The explanation of the dreams. This was something that Yusuf, Allah Ta'ala, gave Prophet Yusuf the ability to give the explanation. The people have a dream, they can go to Yusuf, and he's going to say, هذا معنى هذا كذا وكذا. He would say, your dream means this and this. Go back to Surah Yusuf. You're going to find he interprets, he gives an explanation of the dreams by permission of Allah. He goes on to say, فَاتِرَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, the fashioner, the creator of the heavens and the earth. You are my wali, you are my protector, you are my guardian. Dunya wa fil akhirah, in this life and in the hereafter. That's beautiful. Tawaffani Musliman, allow me to die, take my soul while I believe in you. Allahu Akbar. Wa alhiqni bis salihin, and join me with the righteous. Make me, place me, O Allah, in the company of the righteous. فللواجب يا إخوان أريدكم أن تكتب أحد هذه الأقوال من الأنبياء والمرسلين 10 إن شاء الله تعالى. يمكنكم أن تختاروا أي دعاء شئتم. For homework, we have Adam, we have Noah, we have Ibrahim, and we have Yusuf. Choose any dua you wish, and you're going to write it 10 times. Try to memorize it, anyone you wish.
When you say dua,
the du'as that we just mentioned. The du'as.
Well, yeah, excuse me, remember, shout out.
Nah, best shit, all of us, man. Like the du'a, write this down.
Okay.
Surah Yusuf, verse 101. I'll give you that one. When you go back, go to your Quran, you're going to go to chapter 12, verse 101. I want you to write that 10 times for homework.
That particular verse. Right, and then try to memorize it.
Now, while you're writing it, one of the goals of writing, it helps you memorize. We're going to forget. We're humans. But it helps to stick with you. Then you come back 2 weeks from now, you write it again. You come back 2 months from now, you write it again. It's going to help it stick. And then you come back, now you teach it. It's going to help it stick.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
One of the best ways for the knowledge to stick is you teach it.
Yeah.
Shit, question for you.
Father.
Elisa. When just trying to understand this dua particularly, is this an ongoing dua that was going on? Because I got Ibn their tafsir open and saying it was a beg to die as a Muslim. So is that continuously, or was like in what context was this dua?
Right. What does it mean? As Ibn Kathir says, he's begging Allah that he dies as a Muslim. Remember, ya ikhwan, the servant can die one of two ways. The creation, mankind, and the jinn can die in one of two ways. One or two conditions. Al-awwal an yamuta Muslim. The first way, and this is the goal, we hope that he dies as a Muslim. Wa-thani an yamuta ala ghayr al-Islam. And the second way that a person of mankind or the jinn can die is not as a Muslim.
Right.
So what about the man says, I'm already a Muslim? What does this mean now? When you say, oh Allah, tawaffani Musliman, oh Allah, allow me to die as a Muslim, but he's already a Muslim. What does that mean?
You know, it's not guaranteed.
Hey, it's not a guarantee.
Right.
He's asking Allah, just because you are a Muslim today doesn't mean when a'udhu billah, you're going to wake up Muslim.
Yeah.
You can go to sleep as a Muslim, when a'udhu billah, and wake up as a disbeliever. You can wake up as a disbeliever and go to sleep as a Muslim. So it's a dua, oh Allah, allow me to preserve my Islam. So much so that you don't allow me to die except that I believe in you. And this should be all of our dua. Tawaffani Musliman, allow me to die as a Muslim. Don't think just because you're Muslim that how you're going to die is guaranteed. No one knows fi ayyi ardin sayamut, in what land you're going to die. وَفِي أَيِّ حَالٍ سَيَمُوتُ عَلَيْهَا, and in which condition you're going to die in. The man observes all of his salah this month. Alhamdulillah. ثُمَّ يَأْتِي شَهْرٌ ثَانِي, and then the second month, مَاذَا لَا يَكُونُ مِنْ طَاعَةِ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى كَمَا كَانَ. But now this second month, he begins to slack. He's not on the salah like he was a month ago. 1 month. And then the next month, he slacks again. Now he's missing 1 salah regularly. And then that next week, now he's missing 3 salah. And then the next month, now he's only praying Jumu'ah. And then the next month, أَنَا أُصَلِّي مَتَى أُصَلِّي. Then he prays whenever he wishes. So your iman goes up and down. Just like the sister, 1 month, she doesn't cover. The next month, قَوِّي أَوْ قَوَّ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى إِمَانَهَا. Now Allah strengthens her iman. Now this month, you don't see nothing from her. Not a foot, not a hand, nothing. 1 month ago, no khimar, no jilbab, no niqab, no qufaz, no face veil, no jilbab, no gloves. Now this next month, her iman has become strong. Maybe she's in the company of righteous sisters. Maybe she's going to the masjid. Maybe she's calling upon Allah Ta'ala. So Allah Ta'ala fortifies her belief. Allah Ta'ala strengthens her belief. The point is, ya ikhwan, you always ask Allah for thabat. Thabat. That Allah makes your feet grounded upon iman. Don't think, oh, I'm already a Muslim. Allah's not talking to me. No. You ask for thabat. That Allah makes you firm. That He grounds you in this belief. And you still beg Allah. And yatawaffaka Musliman, that He allows you to die while you believe in Him. Any questions for our clubhouse people?
No questions. Anybody in the audience would like to come up on stage?
Our brother Keith, he says, Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. 44:13, Surah Al-Dukhan. He said verse was Surah number 13. Barakallahu feekum. Shamik. May Allah bless you. Let's take one more, ya ikhwan. So for homework, your clubhouse also, we're going to also. We'll send you a link where you can submit your homework. Inshallah ta'ala. So you're going to take one of the verses, one of the dua that we went over, anyone you wish, and you're going to write it 10 times. Whether it's the dua of Adam, the dua of Nuh, the dua of Yusuf. They all were eloquent and they all are tremendous. And you try to memorize them as you're writing them. The point of writing is just a tool to help you memorize. That's it. Yeah. Some people write on flashcards. Some people write on note cards. Alhamdulillah. Everyone's method is different. Allah Akbar. Well, let's take one more, ya ikhwan. Qala Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam, may the peace of Allah be upon him, he used to say, fi ba'di talabihi, in some of his requests, meaning his dua to Allah, as it comes in Surah Taha. Surah Taha. Taha is number 20, I believe.
20? 20, yeah.
No. Musa says, listen to what Musa says, ya ikhwan. Rabbi shrah li sadri. ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي. Allahu Akbar. Tremendous dua, Musa says. He says, Oh Allah, oh my Lord, ishrah li sadri, expand, open up for me my chest, my heart. MashaAllah. Open it up for knowledge, guidance. Open my chest. وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي, and make my affair, which you have appointed me towards or upon, make it easy for me. That's a tremendous dua, ya ikhwan. While you're seeking knowledge, you're memorizing the Quran, memorizing hadith, studying the Arabic language, you have to stop and you have to ask Allah, Oh Allah, yassir li amri. Oh Allah, make this that I'm upon, make it easy. Make seeking knowledge, make memorizing the Quran, make memorizing the hadith, make studying the Arabic language easy for me. That's a tremendous point. وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي. Now this next point is specific to Musa and anyone who suffered from what Musa suffered from, alayhi salam. As they say, he had a stutter, a stammer, when he would speak. You ever seen someone that they stutter? So he's asking Allah, وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي. Oh Allah, loosen up, untie these knots in my tongue. MashaAllah. Allahu Akbar. يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي. And then he mentions why he wants Allah to do that. So that the people can understand what I'm saying. Make it clear. Before you give a talk, and our Sheikh Saleh Ali Sheikh, he says this dua a lot. Also a Sheikh Abdul Razak, Hafidullah Ta'ala, the son of the big Sheikh Abdul Mursin from Medina. He says dua almost every class he gives. The dua of Musa. It's a tremendous dua to memorize, ikhwan. Make this part of your supplication. Rabbi shrah li sadri. Oh Lord, open up for me, expand for me my chest. Wa yassir li amri, and make my quest, make what I'm upon, my affair, easy. وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي, and untie the knots from my tongue. Another benefit, you don't have to stutter to say this. This can also mean what you're saying, make it clear to the people. You may not stutter, but untie the knots, make my words clear. You're doing a class, وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي, untie the knots of my tongue, meaning make my words clear, make what I'm saying understood to the people. يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي, as Musa says, so that the people can understand my words. وَاجْعَلْ لِي وَزِيرًا مِنْ أَهْلِي, and then he says, and allow waziran, give me a helper from my family. Some scholars, they say this why Allah Ta'ala sent with Musa his brother Harun, because Musa asked Allah to send from his family waziran, someone.
Waziran.
Waziran. Waziran.
Run.
A helper, an aid. So Allah Ta'ala sent and trusted Musa's brother Harun to strengthen the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the Fir'aun. طيب نكتفي بهذا. We'll stop there يا إخوان. Unless any one of you have something to put forth, we'll stop there inshallah.
Did you all find out how you go about the remember me was talking about how you go about with the what's the thing when you
What's that?
like with misplay they can steal into
I sent you my YouTube thing.
No, I'm talking about when me and you was talking about.
Oh, you talking about the scholars?
No.
Not that.
Man, Lord help me remember.
I
walked out the store today and forgot to get my whole sandwich. I ordered a sandwich, paid for it, and walked right out.
No, may Allah make it easier, Sheikh. May Allah bless you, strengthen your memory. All of us here. Yeah. Any of our clubhouse companions, our brothers, our sisters, have anything they want to mention? No.
Sure.
Our sister Hadia, wa alaikum salam.
I didn't have anything to add necessarily. I just wanted to say Jazakallah khair.
Ameen. May Allah bless you, my sister, and all of you. No, may Allah honor you.
And our sister for inviting us and letting us know about you and this. So
alhamdulillah. This class here that we have, this one class here is Fridays at 7 o'clock, inshallah ta'ala. And we'll tell you about the other class that we have also. But this one here, with this book, is every Friday at 7 o'clock, inshallah.
Oh, I thought it started at 7:15.
7:15. Yeah. About 7:15, around that level. May Allah reward you also, my sister. So we'll stop there, inshallah. You want to say something, Haki?
Sure. I was just saying, if anybody needs the Arabic English book, I have it in PDF. I can send it to you. And you
also, our brother Abdul Kareem, he has a copy, the book that we're coming from, so that the brothers and sisters can follow along. Inshallah, can send it, and then people can download it. You can put it on your phone. He has it on his iPad. Alhamdulillah. So you can download it and you can read along with us, take the notes, alhamdulillah, make it a little easier, inshallah, on your note taking. And may Allah bless you.
Inshallah. Would that link be available through you? Inshallah, I'll have to get it.
Yeah, inshallah, he's going to send it to me, and then I'll send it to you, inshallah. Okay. You can maybe post it for the brothers and sisters there.
Okay, inshallah.
We do. That's why I'm studying it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the beginning.
Alhamdulillah. That's
the
awesome.
17 lessons that you need to learn in order to know how to read.
Okay. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. That's good.
But that's what y'all doing y'all Arabic from?
No, we do a different book.
This is a beginning book.
Okay. I mean, Arabic is Arabic. There are many programs. I was telling two brothers today, they're different, so many different programs. You have Medina, you have Baini Yadid, you have Kitab al-Asas, you have Muhammad Saud, you have many programs there. At Arabiya to Jamila. The point is that you take one of them. You don't have to study all the programs. No. You can flip a coin. You take one of these programs and you be diligent. You make dua. You pay attention.
Right.
You do the work. Inshallah. Yeah. Allah will make it easy. Seek knowledge of the Arabic language is worship. When you get tired, alhamdulillah, you ask Allah Ta'ala to make it easy. As Musa, وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي, and oh Allah, make my affair easy. Whatever you're doing, you're studying, you're memorizing, whatever it is.
Right.
You ask Allah. Al-Hidayatu min Allah. Guidance is from Allah. So this class here for our clubhouse viewers is a class that we have here at our masjid here every Friday at 7. We say 7:15, 7 o'clock or so. Our brother, he says, can you get a copy, inshallah? Yeah, we'll post it on Telegram, inshallah ta'ala. You can download our Telegram link, and then we'll give it to the clubhouse users also. So you can download the book and follow along with us, inshallah.
And I just want to add that that's 7:15 Eastern Standard Time, because we have people that chime in from all over the world on this app, so they be in different time zones.
Shukran. As our sister says, yeah, that's Eastern time for us. So you have to calculate wherever you are. So in our time, it's Eastern time, 7:15 or so. Yeah, man, Allah bless you.
Here's the text. Yeah. You didn't get
No, I didn't get that. No. من الله. Anything that we said that's correct is from Allah. وأن أخطأت من نفسي. Anything that we said that's incorrect is from ourselves. وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
ask me